guys, it's Mark from Lot More Guitar Studio and lotmoreguitar.com, and in this lesson I'm going to show you how to play Blackbird by the Beatles, one of the great acoustic fingerstyle songs of all time. This one's super fun to play, and it's a great study in going from a pinch type arpeggio into a more Travis style finger picking pattern. Okay, let's take a closer look. Alright, we're going to start out here with a series of pinch notes followed by the open third string. So the first shape is going to be the third fret of the sixth string, followed by the open second string. So you pinch those together with the picking hand. I use my thumb and second finger. I know Paul McCartney uses his first finger, so whichever one you're comfortable with. I would not argue with Paul, that's for sure. But I'm going to pinch the third fret of the sixth string and the open second string, and then play the open G string. My next shape is going to be the open fifth string followed by the first fret of the second string followed by the G string. Then second fret, fifth string, third fret, second string followed by the G string. Now once you've grabbed that shape and you've done the G or the third string, you're going to kind of just slide that right up to the 10th and the 12th fret. I like to use my pinky there so I don't have to stretch so much, but you could use your third finger also. So we've got this so far. So you just kind of take that, you don't pluck it again there, you just slide it up. And then when you reach the 10th and 12th, you do the pluck again. So, one more time. Okay, now when you get up here, this pattern is a little bit tricky, and I've watched Paul McCartney play it a couple of times, and he does something a little different each time, but basically you want a pinch. So I'm up on the 10th fret here of the 5th string and the 12th fret of the 2nd string. So you want to pinch on these two notes, and then he kind of uses his finger to brush up and down on the 3rd and 2nd string. So that's your first move, and you can kind of think of that as like one enda. Or if you want to slow it down, 1, 2, and your next move is the thumb back to the 5th string. So, all right. Now the next thing you're going to do is play the 3rd string. So I'm using my middle finger there. I know Paul kind of does the first finger the whole time, but we want that rhythm of. And then the last thing I'm doing is just brushing the 3rd and 2nd string again. So I've got this. Using my middle finger there to hit that 3rd string the 2nd time on. But the main thing you want is that da 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 da, kind of like 1 and the 2 E and 3 and the 4 E and 1. So one more time, slow. And I'm emphasizing this pattern because he comes back to it. So. All right, so here's what we have. That again, singing. All right, then we have another series of pinched notes and shapes. These are a little bit trickier. We have basically a C chord here, but it's the 5th string, 3rd fret, and the 2nd string, 5th fret. And that is also, again, followed by the open G. All right, now I'm going to switch to the 4th fret of the 5th string and the 3rd fret of the 1st string. So I'm using my middle finger and my first finger there. So again, I use my pinky for these shapes. You could use your 3rd finger, whatever you're comfortable with. But here I'd probably use the 2nd finger and the 1st finger. So again, I've got the open G each time. Now I'm basically going to do the same thing again, but from the 5th and 7th fret. So 5th fret, 5th string, 7th fret, 2nd string. All right, then I do the same shape, 6th fret, 5th string, 5th fret, 1st string. And then we end on the 7th of the 5th string and the 8th of the 2nd string. Again, I'm using my pinky there. I kind of use it the whole time. I think Paul does too. Because then what happens is when you reach that shape, start doing that finger style pattern again. It's kind of a pseudo, what we call a Travis picking pattern. And then you bring your first finger back to the 6th fret. So I'm leaving my pinky on the 8th fret there. And then we go backwards, 5th fret of the 5th string, 7th fret of the 2nd string. In other words, I say backwards, we're doing the pattern backwards, reversing it. So start here, then 4th fret and 3rd fret. That's 5th string and 1st. Okay, and then we go back to 3rd fret, 5th string, 5th fret, 2nd string. All right, so let me just do that so we see where we're at. That's all 1 beat each. Once I reach the 7th fret and the 8th fret here, I start that finger style pattern again. 1. I bring my first finger back to the 6th fret. Then we go 5, 7 to 4, 3 on the 5th and 1st string. And then 3, 5. 3, 4. So here you're going to bring either your 3rd finger or your pinky. Again, I tend to use my pinky a lot. You're going to bring that note on the 5th fret to the 4th fret, 2nd string. Okay, then you bring that whole shape back to the 2nd fret and the 3rd fret. Okay, now we're just going to do an A chord, but I'm really only going to fret the 2nd string here. So that's all open strings and then the 2nd fret of the 2nd string. But I'm playing from the 5th string with the right hand. Okay, then we go to the 1st fret of the 2nd string, but now my thumb moves to the 4th string. And then back to G. All right, so here's what we have so far. All right, he repeats that. Notice I did switch to my 3rd finger there, of course, but whichever one you're comfortable with. Okay, and then he has a little turnaround after his first verse, where you go 1 beat each, 3rd and 5th fret. I'm on the 5th string and the 2nd. Back to the 2nd and 3rd. Okay, that's 1 beat each. And then we do the A chord again, or the A7 sus4 it's called sometimes. And there you start doing that finger pattern. And then the D. Okay, and then the G. So. Okay, then you repeat the whole thing again. All right, then the only other section of the song is the bridge, where he sings Blackbird Fly. So that is the same type of thing, except just different frets. So we have the 8th fret 5th string and the 10th fret of the 2nd string. All right. Now this is going to be, everything is still followed by the open 3rd string. So I'm going to go back to 7 and 8, 5 and 6, 3, 5. 1, 3 this time. That's a new chord that time. Same shape, but different frets. Okay, there I start the finger pattern again. And then I go up to 3, 5. Or he goes up to 3, 5. Okay, so we have this. Now you repeat that with a variation at the end. So here we go. 7, 8. So 8, 10. 7, 8. 5, 6. 3, 5. 1, 3. Now we go to that A7 chord or A7 sus. To the D chord. To the G. Right, then there's an instrumental bridge. So instrumental verse, sorry. But here's the whole bridge just again for you. So you can hear it without me talking. So now the only thing that you want to think about is the arrangement of the song. So he does a whole, kind of like a whole verse. I'm just speeding it up here, obviously, but so we go through this whole thing again. Okay. Then we have a bridge again, and then he does the intro. You can hear this from listening to it. So if I'm flying through it a little fast. To this kind of the birds chirping part. And he comes out of that with this kind of aggressive slide, and then we do the beginning shapes here, all one beat each, and then he goes as far as the 3rd and 5th fret here, and then we go back to 2nd and 3rd, and then the A we do as one beat. We didn't do that before, so. He only does the finger pattern on the D chord, so remember that. Alright, so we kind of come out of the birds chirping. Okay, one more time. One beat each here. So the D chord there is the only time you do that finger pattern there. Then he goes back to a verse, okay? So let me just do a quick review of both the parts, and you can kind of listen to it just to get the arrangement down. You'll be able to hear this if you listen carefully. But we've got the intro. The bridge again. Okay. Now at the end of the song, moment to arrive. Okay. He repeats this a couple of times. The 3rd fret and the 5th. You were only waiting for this moment to arrive. Okay, again, you were waiting. Alright, we can just kind of end on the G chord there. Alright, so definitely listen to the song. Listening is always a bonus with music, and you should be able to get the shapes down pretty quick. And it's a really fun song to play. It's one of those songs where you play it, everybody, almost instantly knows what song it is, even if you're not singing it. So it's a great one to get in under your fingers. So have some fun with that one, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Thanks.